$1 million today or a penny that doubles every day for 31 days? Which would you rather? Hey everyone, Kadeem here. And today I just want to share a concept with you. But before we go into that, if you like the content, you like the video, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. So you heard the question, would you rather have $1 million today? I'm going to give it to you. Would you rather me give you $1 million today, or would you rather me give you a penny and every single day for 31 days that penny doubles? Which one would you rather? Now, a lot of people are going to say that $1 million. Cool. You take that $1 million. But let's talk about why that might not be the best idea for you. At the end of 1 week, if you decided to go with that penny, you're at 64 cents. You still think that $1 million is better? Of course it looks better. 64 cents is nothing in comparison. But let's keep going. Let's take a look at it. By the end of week 2, you're at $81. If you decide to go with that penny that's doubling every day for 31 days. Meanwhile, you're looking at these other people who decided to take the $1 million and they're gallivanting. They're enjoying their life. They're enjoying their $1 million. But you're over here with your $81 looking at it like, why did I decide to go with this penny? Don't worry, stick with it. We'll find out. At the end of the 14 days, you're at the $81, right? The end of the 2 weeks. But if you decided, you know what? I'm gonna keep with this thing. Again, you're watching those people gallivanting with their $1 million. You only have $81 at the end of the 2 weeks. But week 3 comes around, 21 days, and you are at about $10,000. $10,000 in comparison to $1 million, it's still nothing. So you're probably still wondering, Kadeem, where are you going with this? Don't worry, we'll get there. Now, at the end of week 4, 28 days. Remember, they started off with $1 million 28 days prior. You start off with a penny and it was doubling every single day for you for 31 days. At the end of the 28 days, you are at 1.3 million. You decide whether it was worth it to wait an extra 28 days to get an extra $300,000 when you could have gotten the 1 million up front. However, we said it's doubling for 31 days. So if you didn't already calculate it, you didn't cheat and jump ahead, those people who took the $1 million, they are missing out. Because you decided to take the penny and allow the compounding effect of that penny doubling every single day for 31 days to take effect. You allow that to play out. And now at the end of the 31 days, you're at $10.7 million. $10,700,000. You win in the end. Why? I've talked about the rule of 72 before, which is essentially compound interest, which Albert Einstein says is the 8th wonder of the world. Now, if you understand compound interest and how it works, you allow it to work for you. You go with the penny because you understand that $1 million looks good up front, but I understand that this penny is going to continue to double and it's going to be worth a lot more than that $1 million. See, when you play the long game, you're not necessarily worried about the falls in the market. Right? We might be in a bear market or a down market, but you understand that, again, certain companies are not going anywhere. Apple, Google, Amazon, right? It's unlikely for these companies to go anywhere. And if you understand that we're in a down market right now, but you look at the index chart, there's been down periods of about 2, 3, 4 years. But within a span of 5, 10 years, the market comes back higher than it's ever been before. When you know that in a down market, I'm personally going to continue investing. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to continue investing. In fact, I may throw more into the market. Now, depends on how you look at things, because that's one side of it. The other side of it is keep continuing. If you're doing dollar cost averaging, which is you're buying low, you're buying high, you're just continuously putting money away periodically. Let's say on a 2-month period or 2-week period rather, you're just consistently putting away a certain amount of money. You're buying low, you're buying high, you're not necessarily worried, but that's doing something called dollar cost averaging, and you're averaging out your return to be higher typically than if you were to just buy at one specific point in the market. Now, that's one thing. The other thing is to play the long game. Let's look at hard assets. I'm not going to go into depth on this, but you can get hard assets, right? A home, for example, and that's the only example I'm going to give you. But a home, for example, you can get a home If it's in your financial plan, you can do that. Because some people are a little bit afraid of where the market is heading right now in terms of what's going to happen to our dollar and so on. But the average person, I would say, continue to invest in the market and continue to go after hard assets, one of them being a home. If you're playing the long game, you won't fret. You won't be afraid when the market drops, because you'll understand that the market will come back. Certain companies are not going anywhere. Houses, your houses are not going anywhere. Hard asset. Your house is still going to be worth something no matter what currency we are using. So hard assets. But on the other side, again, for the average individual, let's continue investing because we know that the market will come back. Now, again, this isn't advice. This is strictly information. Now, this is a lesson in entrepreneurship. This is a lesson in time preference, which I did a video on that. You can look to my catalog. This is a lesson in perseverance. This is a lesson in understanding that you need to hold on as opposed to jumping after the thing that looks the best, which is the $1 million. That doesn't, it looks good. Of course, $1 million can help just about anybody. However, 10 million is a big difference compared to 1 million. So if you play the long game, and again, you look into things, you understand the way that the dollar, or the penny rather, is going to double for you every single day for 31 days and what it's going to be in the end, you're playing the long game. So really, those who play the short game, those who chase quick gains, those who chase quick returns, they end up losing. If you be more methodical in your approach to your finances, to just your everyday life, the food you eat, your health, right? If you're more methodical about the things you eat, your health habits, your workout routine, and so on, you will often end up being a winner. It's just about playing the long game versus playing the short game. You've heard this before. Two people cutting down a tree. Each of them have an axe. One of them gets the axe, and the competition is who can cut down the most trees. One of them gets the axe, they start swinging. They just start swinging and swinging and swinging. No breaks. The other one, he gets the axe. He goes, sharpens his blade, and he starts cutting. Of course, in the end, the one who took time to sharpen the blade cut down more trees than the one who didn't take the time to sharpen their blade. It's all about the long game. When you can understand, take a step back from the situation and know what is needed to get from point A to point Z instead of just point A to point B, then you'll end up winning. You'll end up a winner. You'll end up with the results that you're looking for, or even better results than you intended. Again, this ties into entrepreneurship, this ties into finances, this ties into fitness, and just about every area that I can think of in life. Play the long game, let the short take care of itself. So really just to challenge your mindset and share this concept with you, because a lot of people will decide, you know what, let me go for that $1 million. It looks good. I could use $1 million. Okay, but you could also use $10 million, and you'd probably want the $10 million more than you want the million. So if you understand this compound interest thing, this compound effect, this penny doubling, the doubling effect, you will understand that, you know what, I'm going to go with the penny. I could wait 31 days. Why not? It's going to pay me a lot more than that $1 million could. So that's it from me, everyone. Hopefully that was helpful for someone. Kadeem here. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed.